Internet can be a pain in the ass when you're not at Ross's house. God, that's laggy. Let him in. We all know what happened. Video is going to be on YouTube. Warriors, broad axe. Gentlemen, turn on your mics, turn on your videos. Man, I miss your internet, Ross. I was told this was high quality too. Oh well, Broadax was told they were going to win the game, I guess.
I was told I wouldn't be on video tonight. Damn it.
Yeah, things happen sometimes, and then you actually get to the point where you do the actual thing and realize that didn't quite work the way you wanted it. Oh well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was laggy. That shit. You have to post that video later, Joey.
Yo, I am gonna post that later though. That's actually a really good video.
I still need this shit.
Yeah, they were telling me that the internet here is like fiber optic or something, and so like it should be best, but
should be
laggity lag.
Yeah, it should be good.
So
My
far, we're
having guys, what's up?
Coach Clancy, welcome to the show.
What's up? There's my QB.
Yo.
It is me, by the way. I know you can't tell because fucking.
I mean, the Collins on the back wall kind of gives it away.
I'm sitting in the dark by myself.
I'm just chilling on my logo. I can't even see Sean. I just see a giant black screen, and it's like him laughing.
It's probably for the better. You don't know what the hell he's
doing.
Yeah. Welcome to tonight's show, everybody. We're here to talk about everyone's favorite team in the Washington County Flag Football League, America's team, the Warriors. I'm Joey Blaze with Ross Collins, Sean Modes, Kevin Clancy joining us tonight. Fellas, let's break it down. Let's talk about Sunday. Before we get to the comeback, let's get to the first game where you guys had quite the challenge against Z-Man and Unremarkable.
Something like that.
The final score of that one, I believe, was 44-6. Warriors with the victory. That's correct?
Correct.
Yeah, way to go, Foster.
Go team. Yeah, Foster fucked that up at the end.
Foster.
Yeah. Whoever let them score on us should definitely been in five.
Ruined the shutout.
Unbelievable.
Let them score on us should have been fired.
Man, Foster.
It's my fault. I was trying to get that veteran treatment, get some relaxation before Broadax.
Hey, man, you needed it after that first performance. You guys absolutely destroyed Unremarkable. Big shout out to you, fellas. What are your thoughts so far on this Unremarkable team, though? Because right now, it seems like they're in limbo. I asked a question last night on Keith's show. Who is worse, Outlaws or Unremarkable? Is Unremarkable the worst team in the 4-state right now?
I don't think so. I mean, they actually went up. Their first game, I think they were up 14-0 at one point on Spartans, weren't they?
Yep.
And then the wheels fell off, but they just don't have depth and they don't have line, and that's gonna kill you.
Yeah, the line they have is awful. But another problem is week one when we played them, or whatever it was, week two, they had like 30 dudes. When we played them last week, they had 15 maybe. They got some dudes. The kid that picked me off made a good play on the ball. He's a baller. I don't know his name. He had their one pick. I can't even remember his name. It's in the stat sheet. But he can ball.
Pull up Tom's stat sheet actually from.
They need to get him the ball more. I don't know what his name is, but he can play. He's probably their best player by far.
So so 44-6 on that end. Unremarkable goes down. Broadax game. This was the one. We fell behind 27-6 early on. What went down? What was going on? Sean, I know you were on the defense. What was going on with the defense early on in the game?
Just missed assignments, man. That one touchdown, dude's butt naked in the end zone. Just little shit, missed flag pools. we switched to defense. We switched to coverage there on that one on Timmy's one touchdown run. We switched out of our normal base 4-man front, and he took off up the middle, and just little miscues. I mean, they also had some really good plays too, not to discount like their performance at all. Like they took it to us in that first half for sure. I mean, you hang 27 in the first half, it's pretty damn good. So
I'm about to say I can't remember any time in recent times for the Warriors where that has been done. 27 hung in the first half like that. Usually our defense, we're on point. Sunday, as you said, what happened, but the second half, gentlemen, go through what went down at halftime first.
man, like I think everybody kept their composure. Like being down that bad, 21 points at half, like most teams, you're going to have bickering and shit on the sidelines. You're going to have guys just kind of pack it in and say, oh, well, and they'll just kind of give up. And we've got a pretty damn good mix of old veterans and a lot of young talent. And we all just kind of stuck together, man, and just dug it out. And that first play in the second half was that screen to O'Shane. He took that shit to the house. So like we set the tone with that play and didn't look back.
Like a man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's Mr. Thorpe. That shit ain't O'Shane no
Mr.
more.
Thorpe.
It's Mr. Thorpe.
He's growing up slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Hey, for offense, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I was frustrated as hell in the first half. Nothing was working. We were dropping the balls. I wasn't doing a good job explaining plays or how I wanted them ran. We got some dudes, like I said in the play of the week post, that I can't do without these dogs we got on the Warriors. But at the same time, we have a lot of inexperience. Hey, Sean, what the hell are you doing over there?
Get my beer. Calm down, bro.
Jesus.
Let me live.
Sounds
Let me live
like you're in the
my
woodshed.
life.
In his defense, he can't see shit over there. It's dark.
You
I
gotta
know.
learn how to shoot it.
Damn. I could throw you a couple bucks if you need it for electric.
He's trying to
Let's get
save
back to
money on the bill.
Let's get back to the ball game here.
All right, back to business. Like I was saying, we got some dogs, but we're not as experienced as other teams. Definitely not experienced as Broadex, Spartans, but so some of my explaining is not as good as it sometimes I take for granted. Let's just say that of what people know, and sometimes it gets mixed up. So one of the plays I talked to Shane, he ran the wrong route. He thought he ran it right, but I threw it behind him because I thought he was going to stop. Got picked off. Markel, he's showing up. It's like bright spots, and then he'll drop a ball. But that shit happens. It's just experience playing together. Again, we've been playing together for how many games? 5?
Yeah, there hasn't really been that much time to really gel so far. And the way the
No.
schedule has been set up, it's been even tougher because we're not really showing most weeks with the same roster. We had that issue a few weeks ago with that Spartans game where we ended up losing. And, that game's not to me, that's no symbol of us being good or bad. It's just, there's a lot going on. Like,
Yeah, we didn't have the dudes. There's some leagues being played, and some dudes they have other priorities. I was on a golf trip. Like I said, I'm football. I love football to death, but it's not like everything. So I don't
you
know.
and Tivis going golfing that weekend?
Fuck Tivis.
No, Tivis disappeared. Why did Tom bench Tivis? Was he not performing?
I blame the Broadex loss on Tivis being benched. I don't know what happened, but
Me too.
maybe something will come out. I don't know.
You can't mess. I don't know why they benched him. That's one of
That was my
that was
thing.
the turning point of the game.
He keeps saying he didn't play the second half, but he never said why. He has yet to say why.
And I still got to see film and make sure he didn't play second half. Either way, you all know Tiz my dude, but it wouldn't matter if he played or not. He can say whatever he wants. Love the guy to death. And our O-line, he keeps talking shit about our line. He's gonna piss Jace off. And Jace is a fucking dude. Did you see our line on their screens? Oh my god,
Yeah, that shit.
I felt bad for him.
I've been waiting for Jace to show up, man. Dude,
Jay's
I like
him.
that.
up and coming talent in this area. Like you
He
got to
put-
think
he
the
put
kid's
me on
only
my ass up
23 and
again.
he's already taken off.
Jace,
Yes,
man.
absolutely. Him, Ed, Norton. I mean, they played their ass off. That was the difference. The line of scrimmage. And I, to a sense, I do agree with Tiv. I get the ball out quick. That's my style. Like that's kind of the difference between A ball and B ball. B ball, you can catch it and have 5 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, you get it out quick. I've played arena. It's a quick game, so it's just how I play. But the first game, I was running for my life. Freaking Coop beat the shit out of me the first game. He beat the shit out of me the second game too, but didn't have any sacks, I don't believe.
Hodge is a monster, man. He is an absolute
He
monster.
is.
We
And
talked about
he cracks me up.
Broadax struggle with pass rush for years. It was Ridenauer carrying things. Tivis jumped in to lend a hand, and while the force of Tivis and Ridenauer together was too much for some D lines, you had to save Tivis for 0-2. But you throw in Kaja as that edge rusher, a rusher that they haven't had in years on Broadax of that
He's a freak.
caliber. It is a big change in the dynamic of that defense.
You
And
also
then
have
Absolutely.
have Malcolm in there too.
Malcolm
man.
as well, yeah.
Can't discount him either.
You cannot forget Malcolm.
Yeah.
That program
Other-
edition of Malcolm.
Sounds like
Cortez and
program
Kaja was huge.
line's acting a little different since Ross ain't out there for the Warriors O-line.
Yeah, but other than our D line, they're the best D line in the county. And it's not even close. They say with last year with just Ridenauer there, like you were saying, we double teamed Ridenauer and it was over. You can't do it now because they got
Facts.
whatever the guy's name is that you just said in the middle, or they got Tiv, they can put in the middle, and then Coop on the other side. So there's nobody you can double team. You just can't do it.
Yeah, like this is the deepest Broadax team that they've had in years on that defense. And it's something where I had always said they knew how to play defense at Broadax since Broadax was in this league from the beginning. And you take a look at what this defense is now, it is on par at times with that defense they had years ago when they had a dynasty. And that's why it's surprising to me that they gave up the points they did so much in the second half. It was just so quick. Because I went back and I edited the film earlier.
They
That
thought
comeback
they
happened
won.
so fast.
They
Life
thought
just
they
changes
won.
so
They thought
much.
they could hang out for the second half and just enjoy the rest of their day.
What was cool about that though, like I don't remember many flags being thrown either. Like they let us play that game. So like you can't even say like the refs, determine like a score here or there. Like that was a pretty, I mean, it was a hard game, but like a clean game. Like the laundry stayed off the field for the most part.
Yeah, and I like that. That's something where it is beneficial for all teams. Like I've also said, the refs should not be too involved in games. It should not factor in the final outcome. And watching the film earlier when I was editing, it was a clean fight from start to finish. The refs didn't get involved. There was no altercation between the players. It was a classic old school Washington County classic. Yes, redundant words. But
It was a dogfight for sure.
yeah. So on terms of comebacks, what is the largest deficit you overcame prior to this in any game? I know, Kevin, you went through a lot of games over the years. What was your largest comeback before this game?
27.
27?
Yeah. At West Lib when I played at Shep. 27. It was same
Was this
thing.
2000?
They my
Was
senior
this
year,
a-
2010.
I was about to say 2000. I remember that now. I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that when I was a student there.
So, same thing. They started quick. They went up big. Halftime, it was 21-6, 21-7. And then they scored right after half. And after that, everything went our way. We had a kick return for touchdown, pick six. I had a couple throwing touchdowns. We just kind of took over. It's the same thing. Everybody just says like this momentum, lady momentum is not real. that shit's real. That's Broadax.
Very real, very much real. And I think this showed once again, you can't count out Kevin Clancy at quarterback. He will make you pay for it if you give him the opportunities.
What's Chris Tivis say? The Clancy effect.
That guy.
Moats, what was your largest come from behind victory before this?
Oh,
If you
that
recall
one.
any.
That one by far.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
before that, this actually ties the mark for the largest in modern league history, I say. And I say that because there's not much records prior to 2014, but in the time since I've been here, it's two of them up there. Survivors Market Street 15, our game of Broad Axe this season. Crazy enough, Alex Foster was in both games on both sides of blowing the lead
That's
and
wild.
coming back. And in Foster's defense, that's not why they blew the game. They blew the game because he was taken out of the game. He was killing survivors before that. And then Market Street just fell apart. They threw 5 picks the rest of the way. But this one to me was more impressive because this was a much more loaded Broad Axe team. This was a Warriors team with a lot of talent. Both sides of the ball came out and played.
There was a lot of new guys there. This is their first week.
You also we also didn't have, I'd say, our projected receiving core.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of our top 3 guys.
Yeah.
Nope.
So that's, we got 2 more weeks left. We'll get shit right. How many points are we averaging on offense, Joey? I think we hung.
That's a wonderful question.
I think, have we gone over 30 except for that first Broad Axe game?
Let me pull this up.
Yeah, other than Spartans, but
Put an asterisk next to that one.
yeah. What I was told was that might have happened if I wasn't golfing. I'm not going to say you told me that.
First time a player left us hanging to go golfing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who else? Let me check the stats.
It reminded me of a time when we were in New York for TBT and we were waiting for a certain
Don't
line.
need to explain the joke. We're good.
And,
the punchline is Tivis.
Tivis.
74,
Man.
81. See, 126, 133.
Didn't somebody else
71.
or something that weekend, but they still showed up?
His
Who?
beer wrecked his car.
Yeah, Sabir wrecked his car and then played against Rampage and EC Elite. Zabir's a pro.
And then me and Brock were basically in fucking car wrecks up there.
That was one of the worst experiences I ever had in any sort of competition in my life. We played competitively, but damn, did that day suck.
Hey, when we're going to set up this,
what's up?
Go, you keep going. I got something to say to that.
28.5 points per game, by the way.
Not enough. Is that with Spartans and Broad Axe?
Yeah, it's with Spartans and Broad Axe. Now, if you want me to factor those out of there, let me do the math again. All right, 38 against Chaos, 73 of Unremarkable.
I'll take it.
107 there with the Unremarkable again.
I'm glad the quarterback.
divided by 4. 3 times 12. 1.
Not enough.
36 points per game.
All right, we can improve on that.
Yeah.
We used to have 0 for a very long time, so I would take it.
36 is better than 0.
You know that scene in Little Giants where they run the ball and they get a yard, 2nd and 9. We get a yard.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god! When we're gonna set up this Mark Tiv fight?
This Mark Tiv fight.
Yeah, I've still been going back to
we could do it at a tournament if we announced last night on Deuce's show. Him and Dion will have a boxing match in Dion's next tournament.
Oh my god!
We got prelims. The prelims, Mark and Tiv. But Mark, since he's kind of at a disadvantage, he gets to bring his gun or his billy club.
I don't know about the gun part.
I don't know, man.
Mark
Isn't Mark from the Philippines
Me
or
and
one of them
Mark be tied to one.
kickboxing countries.
That's racist as shit.
I mean, he's whatever.
God, that was awesome. I was
So-
dying.
I've never
Yeah,
seen Mark act like that.
Yeah,
No.
the Mark was like, does he think this is in our actual worst page or
Like I refreshed it
going
a
back
couple
and
times.
reread that whole
Yeah.
paragraph, bro. Man, that shit was hilarious. Talk your shit, Mark. Talk your shit. You got more touchdowns than Tibbs does. I can tell you that.
No, we gotta start calling him Mean Mark Cousteau. Mean Mark.
My God.
I need to get him a New Jersey.
Uh-huh. I told him my guy's back.
Yep.
I'll kick Tiv right in the shin.
Yep. You get one shin, I'll get the other. Mark can jump on his back. We got this.
There you go.
Yeesh.
One of the other reasons, because I see him commenting and shit. How come Cortez didn't play offense in that second half?
I can't
The real
see.
questions.
I did.
These real
got-
answers.
The wife tagged me earlier, but I can't see comments.
Cortez was benched because
So what's his name? He was benched. So what's his name could come out there and drop 3 or 4 passes.
Lucas.
Terrible.
Now-
Yeah, he had a big drop toward the end.
Hey, not only that dude, he's another one that he's a baller most of the time. But Markel, he can say whatever he wants. Markel was smoking him.
Lucas.
Dropped two touchdowns on Lucas. Yeah. Couldn't stay with him.
Markel's come along really well. And I think coming from chaos to us is a major upgrade for him because we've been able to show off his skill set a lot more. I felt like Markel last year being a running back in the backfield most of the time instead of being in the perimeter was a mistake.
Yeah.
And I think it hindered their ability.
I agree. He's got to start making some plays for us. He made a ton of plays with pure chaos. He's getting his opportunities. He's got to finish them. I told him that on Sunday. So it's nothing I'm saying right now that I didn't say to him. But he'll get there. He's going to get hot in the perfect time, right at the end of the season.
Yeah, he's another one that did really good. Well, we all did. Like, he had those two drop TDs, and then that one screen pass he got blocked by Big Sean, which Big Sean should block him out of the play, and he was kind of down on himself, and everybody picked him up on the sidelines. Like, not one person, got pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, we told him, we're still putting you back out there because we trust you. We know you can play, and he ended up making quite a few big plays, like that one on Lucas. That was a catch, and when Markel came up and bodied him up, that knocked the ball out. That was a huge play. So, man, he dug out, man.
And then same shit on offense. He caught the first down to get us. I think the leg. I think Kyle, the leg would have made it from where we started, but having that extra 10, 15 yards just made that much easier for him. Big catch in traffic on. That was on him again.
Yeah, he just.
Yes, sir.
I have to ask, Kyle Marshall, last year against the Reckless Villains, he had the game winner for TBT in that game. You go back to Clash of York 1, he had the game winner against Rampage with TBT as well. And you look at this past weekend, the game winner against Broad Axe. Is Kyle Marshall the best kicker in the DMV?
Yes.
You're also forgetting that 50-yarder he hit down in, I think it was Virginia States.
Yeah.
That was a
Oh
game.
my God! Yes, for the
that shit.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
That tournament.
Like that motherfucker, clutch, man. He's got fucking ice in his veins. He's come a long way too.
You're also forgetting he played D-line against Spartans last week.
That had him and dropped him. I want to get that out of the way. I want to publicly thank all the other teams that had him and dropped him. I appreciate y'all. to the fullest. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, it happens. Kyle couldn't get with the program. He was causing a lot of ruckus, and here he is now, a true warrior.
Just needs leadership. Just needs a little leadership.
There you go. Just
He was-
think he's still a little hurt too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's not 100%.
So let's take a look at the couple teams going on in the league right now. We talked unremarkable earlier. We're about we actually got 3 weeks in the regular season as a whole left in this particular league. The question is, I ask your thoughts on the other teams. Let's begin with Pure Chaos. They had the floor right to them on Sunday by Broadaxe. Broadaxe came out very energetic.
No.
I thought that I was
What was
watching
the
the game.
score
I
of
thought
that
it was a
game
lot
at halftime,
closer.
Kelly?
30 to 12
at halftime. What was
at
it?
halftime.
Yeah.
What the hell's halftime have to do with it? The final score is 30 to 12.
They did
It
not
was 12-7.
fight with
I
them.
think it was
They-
12-7
no.
at halftime.
And then
Yeah.
Broadaxe scored 18 in the second half.
Because half their team quit and started drinking Huggies on the sideline and shit.
Huggies.
They drinking
I
Huggies?
missed those. God, let me know
Yes.
next time.
Yep.
They be drinking diapers on the sidelines?
Man,
Joey.
get out of here.
They said
Jesus.
Huggies.
It's Huggies
Did
and
you have
all
a childhood?
Oh, man, I heard Huggies. I was like, what?
That's what they're called, bro.
sports. Little barrel drinks.
Oh,
the
is that,
diaper.
no, I never heard that shit. Not bad.
I called them barrel drinks as a kid.
Oh, those little juice boxes?
Yeah.
The, le-
Yo, they call them
Yeah.
Huggies? Like,
the
what?
original juice box. Yeah. Huggies. They're literally called Hugs, bro. They're
Yo, I
literally
never
called
did
Hugs.
that as a kid. I just opened those things up and just drank them and threw them away.
Even when you get the store brand, they're still called Hugs. It's amazing.
Man, I never even knew that's what they called that.
But either way, yes, that's what happened to Pure Chaos. They self-destructed.
Too much sugar to the system.
Yeah.
Pure diabetic chaos.
It's too chaotic on that sideline. That's their problem.
Man,
They-
looking
they
at
got
their
some- They got
looking
some
at their
players, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Clancy.
I was just saying they got some players. They have the talent to compete with anybody. They just can't, for whatever reason, put it all together for a whole game. They've stuck around with a lot of teams. I'm a little worried about playing them. When we playing last week of the season,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
first week they couldn't really do much. We were focused on Houston. That's about it. But they've added some pieces and they got some dudes over there.
They
Experience.
started going against Marty Spruce too. They all started kind of revolting against him because he threw out like that one pick, and they were all like, "Fuck this guy!" I'm like, you got to chill, let him do his thing.
Yeah,
You got to let Houston eat on the outsides and stuff.
The one thing I'll say about Pure Chaos, and I know us three saw it because we were on that sideline. They scored a touchdown, and their own sideline was like
Yeah, we were more hyped.
church
We
mice,
were
man.
more
They were
hyped
so
than
quiet.
their sideline was. you know?
Yes. Yep. That's not good.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
Disaster.
Other teams in the league, Tri-State Spartans, Washington County version, because there's 3 different versions of that team right now. Your thought on the County Spartans?
Just depends on who shows up that day. I think they're kind of like us. Like they got a lot of guys that play a lot of ball in different leagues and on the circuit. I think they're, they got highs and lows. They're almost like the stock market, man. Some days they're high, some days they're low. But if they click and they have all their guys there, I think they're going to be a pretty dangerous team because, I mean, they've got athletes galore that can go up and get the ball. They can just run under it, go get it, make you miss. I mean, in my opinion, I think they might be our toughest competition, respectfully.
I agree with that. And that's if, like you said, if all of them show up, their core, so they have most of their dudes, I believe, show up. They're only missing a few that maybe play for Misfits or whatever. But for the most part, every week I've seen them, they've had most of their team there. There's just a ton of personalities. Don, he's got his hands full with some of the times they're just yelling on the sidelines, and somebody drops a ball, and you have some of those people that kind of sometimes let them have it. That's just growing pains with a new team, so that's going to happen. But he's got a good core there. He's got to keep building on it. But like you said, Sean, I agree with that. They got talent galore. On paper, the team on average, they're probably the best in the county to show up. If we have all our dudes, we're the best, but that doesn't always happen.
Exactly.
Broad Axe, we already talked about. They're loaded, man. You got guys over there like TJ, you got Coley, you got Cortez, you throw in on top of that a Lucas, you have also a Malcolm, a Kaja.
Well, Zeke was there too.
Zeke was there.
Zeke.
Yeah.
I've seen
They're
Zeke in a
loaded with
while.
weapons, dude. Like Tom got a big score this offseason. He really did. Like, I'll give him
Yeah.
credit. He went out there and recruited his ass off to make this happen. And
I
so
think
far,
there's a clear top 3 and bottom 3. Just saying.
yeah, I agree with that 100. Let's talk about for real. Let's talk
Before-
about
Before we move on there real quick, yeah, we talk a lot of shit at the end of that Broad Axe game, but man, like at the end of the day, like everybody knows I have the utmost respect for those dudes. Like that, everybody over there is a dog. Like that was just a tough ball game, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that out there because, like, I know I acted kind of out of control toward the end, and like that's not me. Like I wasn't trying to disrespect anybody, but I was hype as shit. So
Yeah, who cares?
respect.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like, I put at the end of my post, it's just love of the game. Like everybody was talking shit. They were up by 20 talking shit. I heard everything. Don't throw to Markel anymore. Y'all are about to get mercy ruled. Like, and then then the foot switches and we're the bad guys. Like I don't understand that at all. Like I get it. Everybody is not fond of some players on our team. Tyler Spencer. I mean, just some players on our team. But again, I would say even Tyler, he's not like, I think it's sometimes people think it's disrespectful. He's just having fun. He loves the game. He's passionate about it. And like he was hyped. Everybody was.
That's what I was gonna say. Even the quiet
act like we did.
Too much shit.
Yeah, how can you not act like we did? Act like we did when we just went up. We scored 24 unanswered.
Yeah.
Best game in county in a long time. I mean, whatever. I love the Broad Axe guys, but they can't get mad at how anybody acted.
And I feel like depends how this bracket plays out. Let me pull up the league standings. We might as well. Let me pull up the Washington County page.
For sure, bro. It's still number 1, ain't they?
This was their first loss, I do believe, of the season.
Yeah, it is.
Spartans don't have a loss yet, though, do they?
Spartans had won the Broad Axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broad Axe had this team in Ocean City. They probably could have made a run and B.
Yeah. They definitely could have made a run and B.
So I'm thinking we're going to be 3 for county.
We should be.
All right, this is where the standings are right now.
To be Broad Axe.
Spartans technically with more wins than Broad Axe has that first place.
And they play head to head this week, don't they? Or next week?
I
do.
Schedule again. I got to pull up the phone on the opposite page. You know
what?
what?
Games this weekend.
They play each other in the next at least 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
All right.
You got tabs open there, Jay.
Yeah, those things like I had hella tabs open earlier. I get
What's
OC.
the hub?
Yeah, this
what's that say?
flipping out on me too. What the hell?
Say
All right,
Pornhub?
technology being all kinds of weird. We're gonna stop sharing the screen for the sake of getting this to work again. There we go. Yeah, this internet is not as good as I was told.
One of those tabs that fat bottom girls make the rock and roll go round.
Yes, they do.
Don't you insult my fat bottom girls?
Good God.
What happens in New York stays in New York.
New
Joey's
York,
gonna-
Hagerstown, it don't matter where. Oh man.
Oh, my
So,
God.
yeah, so let me look at the schedule again. I'm not gonna pull it up again. This internet cannot handle the share feature.
Ain't no internet like my internet.
Yeah, I'll see you I'll see you Tuesday. Looks like they play next week on AC weekend. Which begs the question, how many guys will be there? How many will be in Atlantic City?
I think Broad actually missing more, if I had to guess.
It's really tough because I know that some guys may be heading AC. I know that for the most part, guys aren't available in general that weekend. It's a wild card. It's a tournament weekend out of the area. You never know who's going to pop in or out. So it's going to be interesting how that game plays out. Looking forward to that next week. I won't be there though. Maybe someone else can go live for it.
Game should be canceled that week. I don't understand that.
I thought we were off that weekend, to be honest with you.
We are.
We
Well, I mean,
are.
I know we are, but I thought as a whole.
Yeah, we're gonna stay right up out of that. We're all we're good to go.
Yeah, they're having
Not our problem.
that weekend is literally a Spartans Broad X unremarkable 3-team tournament that day.
There you go.
So you know what?
Hey, the
You know
basketball.
It is. You know what? We got it. That's going to be the next Bassford Heritage Bowl. I'm going to announce it right now on the Warrior Show.
The
The Bassford
Giles Bowl.
Heritage Bowl is back next
The
weekend
Giles
in
Bowl.
Boston
Oh,
County.
you gotta call it the Giles Bowl. Keith Giles Bowl. You gotta get that.
Man.
get that-
Is Keith going to be there? If Keith is there, we'll call it the Giles Bowl. If not, it's Bassford Heritage Bowl 3.
Down by the River Bowl.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to get him a trophy that's going to be like a used, broken one from a youth league in baseball. That's going to be this year's trophy prize. Spartans, unremarkable, Broad Axe, 3-team tournament next weekend. It's going to be lit. It's going to be legit. But first, Ruckus has a big challenge this weekend. They got to play us and Pure Chaos. Gentlemen, what do y'all think of Ruckus season? Ruckus looks a little different these days. It's not really the Orangemen of old. They still got a few key pieces there. You know, Dustin's there. Damian, the face of the franchise, is there. They got, of course, the Brunswick guys, Timmy Privet. You throw
Dustin suspended, didn't he?
huh?
He should be.
Yeah, you can't have behavior like that out there. Dustin should be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about Dustin's misconduct and misbehavior, and I am absolutely
Oh, my
outraged.
God.
that he act like that on the field.
I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the throwdown.
I wasn't there, so I have no.
Yo, if we can get $1,000 to be raised, we will have Dustin take on Andy in a boxing match at halftime of the league championship.
Oh my
Because
God.
I know Dustin won't be there. So Dustin in the chips somehow.
I
There we
mean,
go.
we can use my front yard for free if we need to.
Your front yard?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm putting my money on Andy. I've seen how hard he can throw that right hand.
Yo,
Hey,
that
Flags.
elbow alone. That elbow alone,
oh.
like, ask Cam about that elbow.
Yeah, that man.
Me and you sat there.
Andy might be the white Kimbo Slice, man. Just
Yeah.
don't know.
Andy definitely winning that one.
Yo, I got
Oh, my God.
Anyway, Ruckus, man, like they got bodies. Like they might have the most people I've seen on the sideline all year from any of the
Every single
teams
game.
so far. Yeah, they've got the commitment,
Oh,
which is kind of worried about them there for a little while. Like a couple seasons, it seemed like they might end up folding up.
uh-oh.
Didn't seem like they had enough. Still here?
Who's still here? You're still here?
It seemed like it cut off. But like I don't know, it seemed like they were just losing
Everybody
bodies.
was there.
What? I can see you guys still, so I don't know what's going on.
Everybody's breaking up there for a second for me.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Everyone's good on my end.
Let's see. I see and hear everybody. But yeah, Ruckus was in it a little bit on Sunday with Spurs. And they threw a pick or two, and it got away from 'em. They got some bodies. They got some dudes. Damian here's is a pizza. Dustin suspended.
Yeah, he does.
Nobody knows who's going to play quarterback.
I
We gotta-
think Ricky Miller gives them their best chance at
Oh
winning
my
games.
God! Don't say that name to the Warriors. That name has brought a lot of problems to this franchise over the years.
Yeah, that'd be facts.
Man, if Ruckus does want to win, they should start Ricky Miller because there's nobody who plays better or at his best against the Warriors the way Ricky Miller does. You
I
look
still
back at
think
you look at even the program games he was in a few years ago. Remember, he knocked us off in Greencastle.
one of my probably favorite games I played in was Warriors Top Gun for the B bracket. I know it's only B bracket, but that was a fun game.
Yeah.
Was it 2018?
Yeah.
That was a good game, man. Ricky, me and Brock were, running miles chasing his ass that day.
Yeah.
So Ricky's a baller, man.
I just remember Brock running after him. And then the same thing happened to Brock in KFFL or whatever. A few years later, he was chasing down somebody in the same way.
Dude,
But Ricky's so evasive, man. And I guarantee you, if he hears the name Warriors, he's going to have that killer look in his eye and he's going to be ready to go come Sunday.
one of the
been a setup.
one kind of, you can't really call him an addition, but I know they moved Scott Kiefer over to defense, and dude, he's killing it on the D line. He always played center and shit, but dude, he's eating on that line now.
Dude, Ocean City, he destroyed AFN's O line in that season. Good game. Kiefer has been a huge addition on that defense. You know, we talk about in KFFL how Cash has come along at DN and changed his career. Kiefer has done the same thing over here in County, and we've seen firsthand what he can do. First with Spartans back at Ocean City, and now with Ruckus. So he is definitely a threat on that D line.
Yeah, for sure.
So we know who's going to win between us and Ruckus. The other game on Sunday is Ruckus and Pure Chaos. Originally, Pure Chaos is going to play Unremarkable. That was the game Z-Man had been looking forward to all this time, and then Z-Man said can wait a little longer.
Oh, man, they're not playing each other?
Nope, the game has been moved to another date. Z-Man has said they can't do it. So Z-Man wants to wait a little bit before he goes after Pure Chaos.
He's got to rest up after our game. Got some bumps and bruises.
I don't blame Z-Man. You know, you got to rest up. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's going to rain on Friday and Saturday, so I guarantee you there won't be a Sunday.
Well, we played next to a river, so like rain shouldn't affect what we do.
I mean, it affected
What
us.
do we do?
It had rained in 3 days.
Oh, no.
Boom. It was still wet 3 days later, week one.
That is true.
I think that game's going to be close, honestly.
I got Ruckus in a 2-point spread.
2-point spread. I got Ruckus by 6.
I think Ruckus takes it by 7, but I think they have to come back and win because I think Houston, if Pure Chaos is smart, they let Houston just run that fucking ball.
They should have let him start last year's playoffs.
That dude, is just, you call him one-dimensional, but speed kills. That's
absolutely.
The thing about Houston is he's got a very similar frame and skill set to somebody who I know you've seen before on the A circuit. A little bit like CJ Tarver out there on the field with the way he can move. It's just his biggest thing is he works backwards, whereas with CJ, he'll move more forward very quickly. I've seen that first step in burning, buddy. Houston has a similar skill set, and if he can get down the balance of throwing and running, he could be a threat.
Yeah, dude. He scored on us. There was 2 seconds left until halftime. They had the ball on the other side of the 50.
Yeah.
And he just fucking took off, ran through all of our defense and scored. And there's nothing we can do about it. Like, you know, it's but yeah, if he plays his game and they focus on getting him the ball, I think it could be a kind of a shocker for Ruckus, man. But I think Ruckus comes back. I think they're down at half, but I think they come back and win it by a touchdown. So
I got two keys to the game. Ruckus, put all your focus on Houston.
for sure.
Marty, Chaos, put Marty at quarterback. Houston at receiver. Screen, jet sweep, screen, jet sweep.
TMT,
Houston.
TMT offense.
Give the dude the ball.
Hear me out. I proposed this to the Outlaws a few weeks ago. I'm saying it now to pure chaos. If you really want to be successful in this league, you can't just do 2 quarterbacks. You got to go 4. You got to double up and go 4 quarterbacks. You throw out there Ant, you throw out there Marty, you throw out there Houston, and you get RJ out there as well. And you put those 4 together, and that's going to be an offense that I don't think anybody could stop, honestly.
Facts.
Double the trouble. You thought 2 was a lot? Wait till you see the 4 quarterback system. It is going to blow your mind. All right. So weekend plans, Sean. I know you're going to be over at the field. You'll be there Sunday playing, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I'm back. I'm playing Shippensburg Saturday and County Sunday. Vacation's done and I'm ready to get back to work.
Clancy, I know you will be you'll be with me on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. over at Hofstra University, Long Island. Free smoke. Clancy, give me your thoughts on AFFL this weekend.
Early ass games. I'm excited.
Yeah, I gotta take a train at 4 a.m. So I feel it.
Yeah. I'm ready for it. I'm pumped. It's been 2 years. We didn't have AFFL last year, right? Got canceled because
COVID interfered with that, unfortunately.
So didn't play 2 years ago. We were Bullets. Lost to the Freaks in Fruitland, which sucked. They came all the way from Texas to whoop our ass. Actually, it was about 14, but they were the real deal. Now we're entering this free smoke. Got a lot of our core guys going. Some big time pickups, additions that Dion's have found to make us even stronger. So I'm excited to see what we got. I don't know everything that we have, but just from looking at our group message and seeing the roster, we're going to be locked and loaded like usual.
Looking forward to it, man. I really am. You guys got 2 games this Saturday. I don't have the schedule on me, or else I'd say the opponents.
Rage and Upstate Soldiers, some of that. I don't know anything about the teams that we're playing. I've never heard of them.
Rage sounds like they're kind of angry. Upstate Soldiers, I think they're from New York because it says upstate.
Maybe some Army vets or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Top Soldiers back in the day when they came to Washington County. Y'all remember Top Soldiers? Clancy don't. Ross don't. No, do you remember Top Soldiers?
They were from West Virginia, weren't they?
No, that's Top Gun you're thinking of.
No. I thought they had – I'm thinking of the Bearcats.
Yeah, Blackwell Bearcats.
I don't remember.
Top Soldiers was a team that came to county and forfeited their first game because their whole team was stuck in traffic, apparently.
Awesome.
Then their second game, they dressed 9 and lost to Broad Axe by 40. Their third game, they came out wearing kickball shirts that Andy gave them from his kickball league.
Well,
And they had 30 guys, and they still lost by 30 points.
Well,
impressive.
Happens. UNR, man, they got about 40 people over there. Still lose by.
Man, Ross is slurring his shit. How many of you drank already?
Jesus.
He really is.
It's just how I sound on camera, man.
He
Fuck.
does
say, that's
literally sound like
See,
his
'cause, like
ass-
right now, I can talk perfectly clear.
That's how he sounded Sunday when he showed up to the field. I don't know what him and Joey. I don't know what him and
Yeah.
Joey were doing on the way up.
Yeah, we were at a kids event, man. Come on.
I was
Jesus.
driving. That's
not good.
He can't fucking drive.
I
Anyway.
can't fucking drive. Bullshit.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. So I got this blow and go in my car, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
My God.
That was awesome.
I used
Holding
to
a
have
fucking bottle of Fireball.
Little inside joke.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway, this episode is brought to you by Miller Lite, aka
Beer's
Broad
cold.
Beer is always
High
cold.
life, even though I'm pretty sure you can't see the can because the background's kind of hiding it right now. There it is.
Censored.
Can't, not allowed to show it.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Hey, it's supposed to rain this weekend, man. Shit sucks.
Yeah, you know what? We're not playing this weekend. That's gonna get
And
delayed.
Is it
and it's supposed to be chilly.
is it supposed to rain up there for the AFFL
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, rain and a
Yeah.
high of 57 on Saturday with high winds.
You guys are on turf though, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we're in the soccer stadium.
I hope so.
Gotcha.
I think.
Uh,
They'll have us. They'll have us like under a bridge by the Hudson River.
I'm
sweet.
down. At least we'll probably go two ways on that field.
Well, no, on that field you got to go halfway and then turn around to finish the rest of the drive.
I forgot we only go one way when I went out to the coin toss last week. And I said, yeah, we want to go this way. And Andy said, well, that's good because that's your only choice. I said, oh yeah. At least at least we can play, I guess.
I'm just glad that we have a
Mr.
chance.
Brightside.
Let's kick ass and take this league.
That's the goal, man.
Sir.
Yo, Sean, what's playoff date?
Father's Day weekend is first week. And then following weekend is Championship Sunday.
Yeah, we gotta get that
Kinda-
changed
Still
for everybody in
kind
the
of,
league.
yeah, still kind of baffled about why it's a 2-week playoff with 6 teams. I kind of,
Because Broadac's
Sucks.
prepared to play 3 games. Because
Yeah,
Tom
there's a ton
won't
of-
hold up.
There's a ton of dudes that are playing in too many leagues. It's stupid to have it 2 weekends because that's when OMFL starts our championship weekend.
and they're a 1-day playoff. So
Yeah, and we have more teams in OMFL. We have literally 8 teams playing a 1-day playoff.
it just sucks
You can't
because
play 5 games in Washington County in 1 day.
it's everybody. I'd say everybody in the playoffs that really has a legit shot. Everybody's losing big time players to that.
Yes,
So-
every team's affected, not just us, not just Broadax, every team except
That's the problem. That's the thing.
Unremarkables.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it straight up. Washington County should not be playing Sundays right now, if at all. Like OMFFL, several guys have told me they prefer going down there at this point.
See, me personally, man, I'm always going to be a county guy just because it's in my backyard. You know what I mean? Like regardless of where they have it, like I can get to this field in 8 minutes. I used to get to Marty Snook in 5. North High. Like I'm just a local dude. So that's my reasoning. Yeah, like I like going down the road and getting more comp, but especially this season, like I wanted to try to play with Misfits a little bit, but I also wanted to focus on my team because this is, my first season running a team, by myself. So I wanted to just focus on that and just be there for the guys. And, I just want to win this shit. Like that's my focus right now.
That's why you're the guy, Sean. That's why you're the man.
I'm trying,
Yep.
man.
That's why I put him in charge.
You've done a good job so far.
Yeah,
I know I didn't swear that shit. That's why I put him in charge.
We just got to finish it, man. I've been playing
Yes,
too long to not have
sir.
a trophy to my name. So
I'm just concerned about this weekend. There's one player on Ruckus that scares me more than anybody else. Cody
Who's
Snately.
that?
never know.
He knows us
Oh,
better than
shit.
anybody.
Hey, he threw a hell of a ball Sunday. Got dropped for a touchdown.
Was he in on Sunday?
It was a reverse pass or some shit like that.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad to see him get bumped. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully he's starting
Probably his
quarterback on Sunday.
That was probably his idea. Just pitch it to me and I'll throw it.
Mhm.
Just like that.
Was he smoking a cigarette while doing it?
Nah, that's Timmy Privet.
Wiry.
Timmy Privet's the kicker from the Replacements.
Oh, D minus.
Ole, 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 ole.
Goodness.
All right, fellas, I got to get off here.
All right, Coach. Best of luck, Clancy.
Hey.
Later, Clancy.
I'll see you
Sean.
Saturday.
Hey,
It's on my
don't get
post.
hurt. Hey, don't get hurt in New York. Shit.
Hey, it's no contact.
Yeah, it's 7-man
about
no
shit.
contact. You can't touch them.
Yeah.
Period. Like if they touch
Yeah.
Clancy way,
Alright.
they could literally be suspended for life.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if
For
you're there,
life,
if somebody does touch the top man,
forever.
I will drive to New York that day and drop kick them.
All right. Hey, Sean, there's pink slips on this game. Don't forget.
I know that I might have to take QB1. I'm the only one I trust.
Pure Chaos owns the pink slips, so you might have to talk to them.
I got you. I ain't gonna let you down.
All right, fellas. Good luck Sunday, Joey. I'll see you Saturday morning.
I'll see you Saturday morning, Clancy.
Safe travels, everybody.
8 a.m.
Appreciate it.
Fun talk. We got it.
Later.
Later. All right, Sean, your last thoughts for tonight?
Like I said, man, just my goal from the beginning when I took this shit over was to win this year. We've constantly, since I've been there, what is this, year three? Year three, but season what, 6? So we've built, man, brick by brick. Like we've constantly improved. Do what?
MB. When did you start over here? What was your first year?
2018.
Feels like it was it.
He came over from program that season.
Yeah.
And we won B bracket championship that year. Just constantly improved, man. And then last year I thought we had a legit shot and we shit the bed in the playoffs, which that X-Dogs team that beat us, that was a good team. Like they even give Misfits a run for their money in the semis. Like you can never sleep on those guys. So this year, man, like I feel like it's our year. If everybody shows up and balls out, I don't see anybody touching us because we still have guys. I mean, there's a roster limit, and I've still got 4 open spots. Some of those guys, like I've been keeping track of that shit because I just know what's going to happen. Last week of the season, they're going to ask to turn in roster sheets. Like that game against Broadax, man. Like we haven't even been close to being at our 100% strength as far as players go yet. Not even close. Like I said with Broadax, like Sean Parker pulled his hamstring in that first game and didn't play. Polo's out. Another guy that's playing with us, he wasn't there. Like it's just, I really think that come playoff time, if everybody shows up and it clicks, I think we run away with this shit. I really do.
I think so too. It's going to be interesting this next month ahead. I think we're down to about 2 regular season games, and then it's the postseason. Man,
and this past week, man, that was a huge, like that just there was a bond, like a lot of bonds were made and shit. And like I said, you got a lot of veterans, like myself. I've been playing this game for what, 12 years now, and I'm playing with guys that literally just graduated high school, and you know it's like we're brothers and shit already. So that's the coolest thing about football, man. Is like I'm gonna be 32 soon, and I feel like some of my best friends are 19, 20 years old, and it's just cool, man. Football is a lovely game. And I love it.
You remember back in the old Madden when certain NFL players would get a certain age and they'd be listed as a mentor?
Yeah,
You become a mentor.
dude, it is. I accepted that, man. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I like to think I'm a pretty good leader, and I know I'm a damn good teammate, and just try to be a good dude.
My man. You
Great
fit
work.
right here.
Looking forward to what's to come this upcoming month. It's going to be interesting. We'll have more for championship month very soon. Ross, your final thoughts for tonight?
Go broad ass.
Jesus,
I wasn't there.
unbelievable.
I wasn't there. I watched it. I was there for the last game that we lost, so maybe I should just stop going to broad ass games against the Warriors.
Yeah, you should quit taking off to go to Broadax games. I agree with
Well, anyway, so
that.
yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if we play this Sunday. Go Ruckus, I guess, if we play this Sunday.
I hope, man. If it rains, I don't know what that's going to do to the schedules. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it could be a good thing. No.
It's hard to say because like they could try to put those two games the
I
next
was-
weekend at AC weekend, but have to be approved by all the captains, I'd imagine.
I was never a fan of the cram, but I think we need to cram this season in.
Good God.
I'm just trying to figure out doing playoffs in 2 days. I can't rationalize it with 5 games. That's not. That's just not how. That just doesn't work with me.
I mean, that's how it's always been, I think. But with 6 teams, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because you're doing. I know we did something like that in my first season, where we played the wild card and the semis in the same day, and then just one game for the chip a week later. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why make people reserve timeout for another day if they get to the championship? You know, I don't know. That's
Maybe.
just me.
I don't remember. I'm sure it was talked about at the meeting, but I was probably drunk and don't remember it. I don't know. Because I guess you'd have to have everything would be on Father's Day. So maybe the reasoning was they didn't want to,
Father's Day is the 13th, I think, though.
I don't know, whatever.
I don't
Being,
know. This league's
I don't even know what it is. So, but Mother's Day is more important than Father's Day. I'm pretty sure that was what the discussion was. Is Father's Day we'll all play because it's supposed to be our day anyway.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, actually. That's a good justification.
Thank you.
Wow.
Anything you got left? I think I already asked you, Ross. I asked you, Mers. What do I got left?
I've been out.
Nothing left. I'll post the intro later where the show was supposed to be. It's a cool intro, but for some reason the internet here is not as good as I was hoping. Oh well, it's life. I'm back at the studio next week. We're at AFFL this weekend. Warriors are about to kick Ruckus ass on Sunday. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be legit. For Ross Collins, Sean Moats, Kevin Clancy, I'm Joey Blaze. We'll see you on the field.
Peace.
Go Warriors.